In 1980, within the walls of San Quentin, one of America's most feared prisons, an incredible escape was quietly taking shape. This wasn't a story of violence or hostages. It was a tale of patience, creativity, and sheer audacity. A small group of inmates, armed with nothing but observation and determination, began to plot an escape that seemed impossible. For weeks, they studied the prison's rhythm-to-guard rotations, the patterns of movement in the yard, the moments when eyes were turned away. They saw a tiny window of opportunity, a crack in the fortress. Their plan relied entirely on what they could make themselves, from materials scrounged and hidden right under the guards' noses. Their first creation was a ladder, assembled piece by piece from scavenged scraps. A crude but functional tool built in secret. But a ladder alone couldn't defeat the towering perimeter walls of San Quentin, structures designed to crush any hope of freedom. So they engineered another device, a homemade grappling hook of sorts, a set of weights tied to a rope. The concept was simple, but incredibly risky. They would have to throw the weighted rope over the outer wall, hope it snagged on something, and then climb to freedom before the alarm was raised. In the shadows of the prison yard, they practiced their throw, hiding their makeshift tools under piles of clutter. Every practice session was a gamble. A misplaced footstep, an unexpected guard, a suspicious sound Deniovic could bring their entire plan crashing down. The tension was immense. They weren't just fighting the prison. They were fighting time and chance. As the chosen night arrived, the atmosphere grew heavy with anticipation. They waited for that perfect storm, a quiet yard, distracted guards, and a sliver of darkness. When the moment came, they moved with a speed and coordination born of desperation. Under the faint glow of the yard lights, they propped their rough ladder against an inner building, climbing just high enough to get a clear shot at the outer wall. One inmate took the weighted rope and began to swing it. The first throw fell short. The second scraped against the concrete, the sound echoing in the tense silence. On the third try, the weight sailed perfectly through the air, clearing the top of the wall and landing on the other side with a soft thud. They tugged on the rope. It held firm. The anchor was set. Now, the real race began. One by one, they started the climb. Their hands burned against the rough rope, their muscles screamed, and every second stretched into an eternity. Any noise could attract a searchlight. Any delay could mean capture. But the rope held. The anchor held. And one by one, they scaled the wall and dropped into the darkness on the other side. They were outside San Quentin. Free for now. By the time the guards discovered the abandoned rope and ladder, the men were long gone, melting into the night. The escape sent shockwaves through the entire correctional system. Investigators were stunned, calling it a masterful display of resourcefulness and audacity. It was a plan that should have failed at every turn, yet somehow it succeeded. Decades later, the 1980 San Quentin rope escape remains a legendary story. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the most remarkable feats aren't achieved with force, but with quiet ingenuity and an unbreakable desire to be free, no matter how impossible the odds may seem. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more incredible true stories. See you in the next video.